You two are our last hope.
The characters seem to be adults, not 6 years old, but they give instructions meant for 6-year-olds. Character plus character equals transformation. Break a thing equals heroes. However, this is a well-hidden detail, because in reality, Fold also helped Kit defeat the boss so that their world would be destroyed. And Kit won't know this even by the current episode. From the very first minute, they showed top-tier animation quality. It stays like this for the whole episode. They put a lot of effort into the visuals, even too much. Also, following the tenets of Samurai Jack, they censor blood and dismemberment with machine oil and robots. But nevertheless, the moon was drawn too big. You can't excuse it by saying it's a different planet. The size of the moon changed about 10 times in the last minute. They showed an ability that will play a role in the finale of the pilot episode. An inconspicuous detail in the form of a piece of paper, and this is an important character from the villains' alliance. Right now, he will save them from the destruction of this game world, and the villains will appear at the end of the episode.
The village!
An important mystery with an unknown character. Some kind of elf? Or who is it? The specific reason why Kit survived. Why did Invoker save her? Why didn't he help her anymore after that?
Same dream?
Same dream.
However, Kit's main trauma is written very poorly, and this painfully overused trope, the flashback turned out to be a recurring nightmare. Oh, come on, even if they use the dream as part of the plot later. For example, it was done well in the movie Five Nights at Freddy's. I'm not joking, they really implemented the recurring nightmare well there. But even then, this scene is and will continue to look like a cheap fanfic.
He's too busy learning.
Gobble up knowledge with cat.
Meow.
Very good.
This is a setup for making contact with the dolphin.
We're just gonna check the game world, find out who the hero and the villain are, and report back to the Farcade. Usually, there's a hero and villain. And if the hero beats the villain on their game world...
We just have to keep the hero for beating the bad guy, right?
The rules of the GameoVerse world are understandable and have precise conditions, which is very good. The main heroes have a concrete goal, to prevent the main characters from winning, while the villain's goal is the opposite, to help the characters defeat the boss. A cool idea. However, it's not without problems. There are many games where the gameplay isn't structured around the hero defeats the boss and the game ends principle. People gave Undertale as an example in the comments. I haven't played it, but I'll leave that for you to discuss in the comments. From what I have played, fighting games where players fight each other, racing games where there are no villains, you just have to lap around. In those, should Kit and her friends help the finish line win? How would that work? Let's not talk about online games. Presumably, they don't exist in this universe.
How'd you even see that?
Is there a problem?
The animators were too lazy to work with layers, so the pixel fire from the mouth is under the layers of black line art. This happens due to the fire layer's blending mode. They used a mode like screen, which prevents black pixels from being obscured. Here, the fang layer is on top of the fire, but the jaw and the back of the head were left underneath.
There's a Farcade recon ship in our way, sir.
As befits all sci-fi spaceships, inside it's full of gaps and there are no railings for safety. This is completely meaningless and doubly illogical because it's a spaceship, it flies back and forth. Everything inside would definitely be shaking.
A Farcade recon ship right in our path. As long as it doesn't get to the game world, we're fine.
It's heading for the game world.
What? Do not let them on the planet!
After watching the episode, you understand that Kit and her crew's goal is to help other planets. But for some reason, Syntax's team first says, well, just in case, maybe they'll fly to this planet, being a meter away from it. And then the commander is surprised by the news of approaching the planet, like, what? They're actually going to fly there? Bro, who wrote these dialogues?
One shot, one kill.
A reference to a catchphrase from shooters. It's been in many places, from Call of Duty to Overwatch.
Shut the hell up! Unless you can get the pixel density on some of these assets.
In GameoVerse, there will be references not only to games, but also to their development and coding. Instead of real levers and gears, there are variables and code functions. The animators didn't slack off. They drew not only the ship's shield program itself, but also how Keblad changed and fixed code errors.
If you're having trouble, shoot where they're going instead of where they are. If you're having trouble...
A reference to the dumbest tips during loading screens, like guns can shoot. However, misinformation has completely lost her conscience, literally hindering Fold from hitting enemies. If I were Warwick, I'd tear off her fingers on both hands and feet for hindering the whole team's progress. But the commander is apparently a simp, because in the end, he strangles poor Fold, even though Fold did exactly what he was asked. Warwick should have grabbed him not by the throat, but by his paper airplane and, well, you know.
There.
Did you fix it?
Yep. Yep.
I understand it's a virtual game world and we shouldn't expect realism, but since Keblad himself was thrown into space due to decompression, Kit and Gobbles should have been thrown out too. They weren't strapped in, as you can see.
For self-repair, a while. Ow, ow.
A cool reference to most repair mechanics. Instead of realistic repair, game devs, understandably, hit it with a wrench, like the engineer from TF2.
The Syntax are following us to the game world.
Shouldn't we try to find out who the hero is, or the villain of this game world, since the Syntax are here?
They're after us, Gobbles.
Honestly, I don't know whether to put this moment in the wins or sins.
Oh my god, bro.
People in the comments wrote from two camps. I liked it because of the plot, and I liked it because of the furry in a swimsuit. And this is a very alarming sign. You have to understand, I am as far from furries and this cartoonish erotic stuff as possible. This whole thing isn't for me. Even while watching the episode, I didn't think, oh, this is for furry lovers, they'll appreciate it. I just watched the pilot episode as it was. But later, from every crack I hear, this is a very fan service heavy cartoon. So much furry content. Glitch did this intentionally, and that's their choice. I'm happy for those who like that kind of thing, no argument. But if people are going to accept all the errors and minuses of this series only under the pretext of, well, I'm a pubescent furry connoisseur, then that's a huge loss. I have a theory about why the first episode of the Digital Circus took off. It's because of child views. Due to the bright visuals and 3D animation, children rewatched the episode over and over and racked up so many views that the series gained attention among adult viewers as well. But that's not certain because then YouTube would have marked the series as for kids. Maybe there's some truth to my theory. My point is, the Digital Circus blew up not because of attempts to use fan service, but because of its cool setting and being in the right place at the right time. If GameoVerse keeps doing these undressing scenes, well, it's not like I'm hating, let the target audience enjoy it, but then it will become a second Has-Been Hotel or Hell of a Boss. Glitch is supposed to be the opposite of Vivian's projects. I don't want Glitch's other shows to become like that either. Earlier we saw a straw on the juice pouch. Now there's no straw on Gobbles' side nor Kit's side, but the straw appeared from somewhere.
It'll be fine.
Kit will swim for another 15 minutes and won't notice the dolphin right in front of her.
If they find Keblad first,
But the planet will explode if we don't...
I'm not losing him too, Gobbles.
I can't take it anymore. How unnecessary this was. I'm talking about the camera and this superfluous animation. Throughout the entire episode, the camera will suffer greatly. The director clearly doesn't know how to work well with it. The moment with Kit's breakdown, that's like a storyboard from a 12-year-old's Sonic fan comic. And the sentimental moment with Gobbles, bro, what is this even? The animators are trying very hard on every frame, even an individual pixel map in the style of old RPG games.
Bloody annoying!
Thank you.
Each character has their own medkit. Keblad has a battery, Kit has a juice pouch, Paper Guy has glue.
Alright, we'll figure something out.
The dolphin's world looks a lot like Bikini Bottom. Even the transition between scenes is drawn like in SpongeBob, bubbles from bottom to top.
Kit? Hey, Kit! I made a pizza!
Kit! Kit!
Kit!
Is it my fault?
Flappers, you did what you thought was right.
Oh no, she has guilt feelings. To be honest, I kinda don't care. The writers presented Kit's trauma, feeling guilty for the death of her people even though she didn't do it intentionally. Very poorly. It just doesn't work. I can give a similar example. Illyrie from Overwatch. Same backstory, but the entire Overwatch fandom absolutely doesn't care about her or her feelings. But everyone loves the conflict between the Shimada brothers, Angel's difficult backstory, the two different paths of old friends, Soldier 76 and Reaper. Nobody cares about Illyrie, and let me give an example where the same trope worked instead. Avatar: The Last Airbender. Aang was truly guilty due to his immaturity for the death of his people. But at the same time, you can understand him. The fate of the whole world fell on the shoulders of a 12-year-old boy. We would have done the same. In short, these flashbacks with Kit's friends don't evoke any empathy whatsoever.
Do you think this guy could be the hero?
No way, Gobbles. He's anyway.
Hey, mister, wanna play soccer? Flappers! They don't call him the Super Dolphin for nothing!
Did you just say Flappers is a hero?
A sign of poor writing. Characters learn important, specific information by chance, and their reaction is literally squeezed out of them. I wouldn't forgive Izayama if Eren's power or the traitors were revealed by chance, without a specific reason.
So useless, and we got it. You can spit fireballs.
Yeah?
You didn't think that was important to tell me.
I don't see what the big deal is.
Oh my god!
If you beat Snappers and win the game, this whole world is going to explode!
You can't tell characters about the GameoVerse?
I had to!
If the planet finds us, we'll all be float!
An excellent rule of the universe. Heroes have to play by the rules of each game without revealing the truth about the outside world. Now it's clear why they didn't do it right away.
You're nothing without your little backpack friend, aren't you?
How would you know?
A subtle hint about Kit's backstory. In the dream, they showed that Fold was in that fight, so he knows about their abilities. The heroes were probably saved by that elf, a mystery that will be revealed in future episodes.
It's not over yet, Kit.
Gobbles, I'm sorry. So caught up in...
Kit, listen! I know you're dealing with a lot, but I'm here.
But I'm here.
We're here. Together. All you ever wanted to do was save people. Well, there's still time. I'm a Learnosaurus, Kit. That's what I do.
That's what I do.
World around me, from Flappers, and from you.
Bro, what is this? Without further words, I'll just insert the video this reminds me of.
Guys, our teacher's right. I think if we all believe in ourselves, anything is possible. Alex, you get the door. Chris, you get the snap.
The animators messed up the rendering. It's not that your video is low quality, Kit and Caboodle are actually pixelated here.
That's a Farcade agent.
That's Kit!
The fat dinosaur.
You didn't tell me the backpack was the one training Snappers!
He's a backpack?
Misinformation really doesn't know who is who. The writers won't fool me here. She definitely should know who their main enemy is.
Damn right I am.
Bolas are just balls with a string, but somehow they have a separate function for ejecting from Caboodle. Flappers, despite their cute appearance, start brutally killing everyone left and right, actually inspiring more fear than the shark. In real life, dolphins are also much more dangerous than they are shown in cartoons.
Your world, it's...
But the village! My friends!
I'm sorry.
Please, Flappers, we're all done for if you don't swim us.
Throughout the episode, Kit's proportions will change. Sometimes everything is fine, sometimes she's squashed.
Did I do this? Is it my fault?
Flappers.
I won't give a minus again for this, but again, the storyboard is from 15-year-old DeviantArt artists.
You did what you thought was right, and we'll protect it. We won. That's not your fault.
Kit's development. Previously, she completely blamed herself, but seeing the situation from an outside perspective, she begins to understand that the game hero isn't to blame.
Kid, we got this. Give us our cannon!
And they didn't use this ability in the battle against Fold and Miss. Maybe there are limitations, like after the fusion they get very tired or it doesn't last long, but then the fate of the entire dolphin planet was at stake. It would have been worth it.
This happened to all of our worlds.
With the flow we absorb from planets like yours, we can change those rules, bring back all that we've lost.
Important information. Now it's clear why the villains' alliance is trying to destroy worlds. They need those resources, and their goal is the same as Kit's, to restore their destroyed worlds. But the villains want to rewrite the game codes so that they themselves won't be killed anymore. It's all clear and logical. The pilot episode is dedicated to Monty He created his own fan animation based on the games Halo and Metroid and called it Haloid, animation based on games, so it's clear why it's strongly connected to GameoVerse. The credits are full of references to iconic games.
I'm a Learnosaurus, kid. That's what I do. I learn. From the world around me, from flappers, and from you.
Oh my god, bro. Oh, hell.